Hello, and welcome back to the Typical Tuesday Night Podcast. I'm Jess.
And I'm Carly.
And we're so excited to have you here with us today. We have a very fun topic. We are doing our Taylor Swift news roundup. And we do these every
we try and do it every month, but yeah, I feel like it's like 4 to 6 weeks.
Especially now that we don't have Eras Tour updates.
Because I feel like with the Eras Tour, it was like we had to do it once a month.
Too long,
and they were still
way too
much. But I was even telling you before we recorded, I'm like, now that football's over,
I know.
It like worries. This is terrible to say, and people are going to be like, stop shouting more. Like if I have one more person telling me that, I'm like, I'm not shouting more. I'm just curious. And the other thing, okay.
You're just observing.
Didn't realize.
Okay.
Yes, also didn't realize we were going to go off on this. I get so annoyed like on our predictions. Mm-hmm. People are always like, stop shouting more. And I'm like,
we're not.
I have never asked for this.
For any of this.
No. Like, here's the thing is like, I know Taylor so well. No, that's nope. Rewind. Did not say that.
I'm not asking for more, but I know her really well.
I just feel like we know her, and I feel like she really loves to be busy. She loves writing albums. She loves writing songs. She loves being out, and like, so it just. I don't know. I feel like we can expect her to be out. I'm not asking her to be out and doing stuff. But I can also see her like taking some steps back and taking a break, especially now that Travis is done.
And like in the spotlight.
Yeah. And so like maybe we'll see them out on like little dates and stuff, but it's not going to be like as heavy handed as some of this stuff that we're going to talk about today is. Mm-hmm. But even then, like after the Eras Tour and after football, I'm like, okay, so rep TV, so we get more of Taylor.
I know. We're like, when are we going to see her next?
I know.
But yeah, we have a lot of new listeners with us.
Yes.
So welcome. Thanks for being
so
here.
Fun.
And YouTube subscribers, if you haven't heard, we're on YouTube.
What?
So if you haven't checked us out on YouTube, make sure to do that. But yeah, we're super excited to catch up on all the Taylor Swift news today.
It's always fun to chat about that.
Yeah.
Especially because I love chatting about the old stuff and like doing our series. But there is something, and I think I've said this before, but like chatting about current Taylor stuff. There's just like different. It's fun to do both. So before we jump in, we wanted to read a quick review from one of our listeners. We love when you guys like send us either write a review on Apple or like send us a text or like a DM. So this is a DM from Instagram. And it says, "Hi, Carly and Jess. I have been listening to your podcast for some time now, and it's the only podcast I listen to," which is so cool.
Yes. I can relate. I do not.
Jess is not a podcast.
I have a podcast, and I do not listen to podcasts.
That's okay. I mean, I listen to a lot, so it's all good. Okay, it is the very best Taylor podcast out there. I love how you girls research everything you put out so it's not false information. You guys have such an amazing friendship. Oh,
I know.
That's sweet.
I'm glad you can pick up on that.
We do. I think so. And when you laugh together, it makes me laugh. Your podcast makes me feel like I'm in the room talking to you. Thank you for deciding to make this podcast. I look forward to your next episode. I truly love you guys.
Oh,
that was super nice.
I know, it's so sweet.
Because I think there is something to be said about a podcast that you do. You feel like you're there with them. And like we've had people say before, like they're shouting things back or like they're like trying to have the conversation.
Yeah.
And like that's what we want. Like we
that
want
was our
you
goal from the very beginning.
Yes. Yeah. So that's kind of fun. So thank you. That was so nice.
Yes, thanks for being here. It's so fun. Okay. So like we said, we're talking Taylor news today. And so the last time we did a news roundup, we were like mid-December.
Yeah.
But then at the beginning of the year, we did do like a year in review. And so some of this stuff will like cross over a little bit with the year in review, but we've got a lot of current things
mostly current.
About,
I think this is the only one. This first one, right, is the only one that we've kind of talked about.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay. So that is the Eras Tour party that Travis planned for Taylor.
Yeah.
So it was so fun. I remember I thought it was like a birthday party.
A lot of people did, because it was really close to her birthday. But people were like clarifying like that like got invited or were a part of it. Like it was just like a celebratory Eras tour ending party.
Which is so fun. And like Travis planned it as a surprise. And I think I mentioned this too in like our year in review. Like this was like the closest I feel like Taylor came to like experiencing the Eras tour. Like he was so fun to like have surprises and like people dressed up in costumes. Like he wore his like costume that he wore on stage. A lot of her friends were there. He like gave her the 22 hat. I think that was like my favorite part. So cute. It was so cute. But it's just fun to like see her be celebrated.
Yeah. And it looked like she had so much fun.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
It was really cool.
Yeah.
So
fun.
Loved that.
Also, we never got a shred of birthday content, huh?
No.
Not a single
just that
picture.
Cake
Yeah, just
that we talked about. The cake.
Yeah.
The cake. That was it. I know. I wonder.
Which is kind of crazy because I feel like we get something like every year.
Yeah.
So I mean,
I'm just waiting for Jack Antonoff in 3 years to say, we wrote this song on December 13th, 2024, after Taylor Abrams.
After she ate her birthday cake.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
The mysterious birthday cake. Oh my gosh, so funny. Okay, so we do like Taylor's always getting awards and breaking records literally every time we do one of these.
It's wild.
We can talk about those. So some of the ones in the last, 6-ish weeks that have popped up have been so the UK's official top 40 albums of 2024 came out, and Taylor's Tortured Poets department is officially the biggest album of the year.
Slow clap.
Racking up 783,000 chart sales. Wow. The most, I thought this was so interesting, the most in a calendar year since 2017.
That's crazy.
It's way crazy.
Also, I wonder.
That's like almost 10 years.
Yeah.
It's like 8 years.
I'm curious who had it in 2017.
I know.
Because also I would have just expected like it to break it total.
Yeah.
I wonder, like that, very interesting.
I know. That's like I think that like speaks volumes to like how big of a deal it is.
Yes.
How long. Because even Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Breaks her own records.
Yes.
Like,
100%.
Year after year.
Yeah. Yes. Absolutely.
Like she'll be the record holder, and then like the next year she'll break that record.
Yeah.
So I think it's really telling.
Well, it like surprises me that like Midnight's didn't break that.
Yeah. Because Midnight's was huge.
It was huge.
Yeah.
Wow. Interesting.
Crazy, huh?
Yeah.
So, and then Billboard named Taylor the #1 artist of the 21st century, which, we give 2 thumbs ups to, and we obviously agree, but the way that Billboard went about announcing that was a little questionable. And if you don't know what we're talking about, you need to join Patreon or subscribe on Apple to our bonus episodes, because we talked all about the controversy there.
I know, I'm like, can't get back into that.
Yeah. We've moved on.
Yeah.
We've moved forward.
For reals, though. But like, cool that they said #1 artist of the 21st century. Way to go.
Yeah.
But also, I forgot that even happened.
We don't love Billboard right now, honestly.
No,
We've done
for
some
reals,
questionable Taylor Swift
100%.
Lately, but
yep.
Whatever. It's fine. We love that she got that title because it's well deserved.
Oh, 100%. Like she is.
Yeah.
She is the artist of the 21st century.
Absolutely. And then she also became the first female artist in history to have 100 songs with over 300 million streams each in Spotify history.
That's insane.
100 songs. Over
300 million
I would
streams.
love to see that list.
Yes.
I'll have to look it up.
Yeah, we should. I want to just look at it.
Yeah.
And now we will read to you. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. I'm super curious. Maybe we'll post about it, or
like find a link.
Find something
and
easy.
Yeah. That is wild.
So crazy, huh?
Wow.
Yeah.
That is wild. Okay. Taylor attended a few Chiefs games at the end of the year, and then we kind of like saw her at a few outings and stuff. So the Chiefs games against the Texans, that was where she wore like that red furry coat, the like cute little black bucket hat, which she totally pulled off. Some people cannot pull those off.
I could never pull off the outfit.
I haven't even tried.
She looked amazing.
Yeah.
She also like, I don't know if it was the hat or what, but like she kind of like her face, like she looked so different to me.
Yeah,
like,
she totally did.
I don't know.
It was like a totally different vibe too, though, than what she normally wears.
Yes.
And so I think that was part of it. And I think everybody kind of looks different when they wear a hat, but also because of the way the bucket hats fit. Yeah, I feel like it kind of like covered that a little bit. It was way cute. Yes, it was really, really fun. And then Andrea and Ed and Donna Kelsey were there with her, and the Chiefs won.
Yes.
So we'll take that. And then December 27th, Taylor and Travis were at a dinner outing in New York City. And that was where they had their like kind of matching outfits with like the brown blazer, cardigan. Mm-hmm. And I was like, totally planned that.
Yeah. It was so cute.
Yes.
And it was classic because like Taylor was wearing the blazer. Travis was wearing the cardigan, which I feel like fits them a lot. Yes. Like I feel like Taylor's always like dressed a little bit nicer than
100%. 100%. But I still love, and I know I've said this before, he really cares about his look.
Absolutely.
Yes. And I just love it for him. I think
love
that's
a guy
fun.
that cares about his
100%. 100%. Yep. And then the next day, Taylor and Travis were out for dinner again in New York City with Ashley Avanon for her birthday. And that was where Travis wore that like red set and Taylor wore the black embellished trench coat and those like strappy heels. Mm-hmm. Just so fun. I always love seeing what they decide to wear.
Yes.
Which is so fun.
I know.
Speaking of, this is like a really good segue. I didn't even plan that. Perfect. But I love a good segue. We have a new sponsor.
Yes.
On the podcast, and we're so excited about this. So this is Love Olive Co, and this is actually where our entire outfits are from. So if you're on YouTube, you can see what we're wearing. So we are both actually wearing the same jeans because we both like them so much.
We were obsessed. They fit so well.
Yes.
They're probably my most comfortable pair.
They're so comfortable, and they're like stretchy enough that like they fit and like kind of form to you nicely. Mm-hmm. But they're like still don't like fall down or like, you know what I mean? So they fit really nicely. And then I've got on this really comfortable red cardigan that I've like buttoned up. I wore the red for the Chiefs.
Yes.
Even though they lost. We'll talk about it later. But go Chiefs. I'm still a fan.
We still love the Chiefs.
And then Jess has like this really cute, just striped, simple t-shirt.
So cute.
But it's really cute. So yes, I love this brand. I actually have been shopping there since 2013.
2013.
Yes. Isn't that crazy? Yeah. It was like when they very, very first started. I've always really loved fashion and like finding smaller boutiques. And she did. She started out, she was from, oh my gosh, Idaho. Okay. And I just found her online. I found her on Instagram back in 2013. Amazing. The first time I wore her outfit was like my first like unofficial date with my husband.
Are you serious?
Yeah. This is gonna be way old, but it was like a pair of like polka dot pants. Do you remember when those were all the rage?
Wow, that was a long time ago.
2013, baby.
That's amazing.
But yeah, it's so fun.
So fun. Yeah, they had so many cute things. Like we actually went shopping together in their store last week and picked out a few things, and it was so fun. We'll be posting all about it on our Instagram, so make sure to check that out.
Yeah.
But yeah, we are obsessed.
It's so fun. So they gave us a discount code for you. So that's TTN Podcast for 10% off your purchase at loveoliveco.com.
Yeah.
So fun.
Okay. So next up, we have Caitlin Clark was on the New Heights podcast, and she talked about how she took her mom to the Eras tour.
So cute.
I know. So cute. Her mom was like, I gotta go. Like, I can't miss this. And she's like, okay, Mom, like, I'll take you. And I guess she said that after she was like a self-proclaimed like major Swiftie now.
Aww.
Isn't that so cute?
That's so cute.
I know.
Oh, we love it. We love it.
Fun. And then this, I am obsessed with this for so many reasons. But Republic Records, which is Taylor's record label that she went to after Big Machine. And I don't know who he is. Monty Lipman. He's like, I don't know if he's the president or whatever. He's like a huge guy at Republic Records. On the red carpet at the Golden Globes, he was asked about what's in store for Taylor's future. Okay. And his response just was,
oh, yes. Okay, I've not seen this.
He said, it was just you can just tell they respect her like
as they
insanely.
should.
He said, Taylor's business is her business. We are thrilled to be partners and to work for her.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow, that's cool.
For her. It's been an incredible past 24 months when you think about everything she's accomplished. We are just so excited for the new year.
Wow.
I was obsessed.
That's really cool.
Yeah, to like say like we work for her. Because how many record labels are gonna like outwardly like say that that's the relationship between like them and an artist?
100%.
Hardly ever, and especially her coming from her previous.
Yes. Well, you even think about like Chapel at the Grammys, like kind of calling people out. Like, you need to almost like respect us more.
Yes.
Like, you realize what we're doing for you, right?
Yeah.
Like, without us, you guys are nothing. And so, like, to have somebody that owns a record company or whoever this guy is, realize that, like, we are partners in this with her.
And that's
like,
we
are working for her. We are helping her progress.
Obviously, like, artists need record labels. And record labels need artists.
100%.
Like, so it needs to be like a mutual, like respectful relationship. Yes. 100%. And so I just really appreciated
that's really
what
cool.
he said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why do you think he said it's been an incredible past 24 months?
I think just like the Eras Tour, the Tortured Poets Department.
I was just like, that's interesting to say, like 2 years.
Like all of that happened basically in the last 2 years.
But that was, so I can see like all of that. Okay. I was like, I just like would have expected him to be like this last year
or like their whole time they've been together.
100%. But saying like 24 months, I think really does make sense with like the Eras Tour. And then because she's done so much since the Eras Tour.
Yeah.
Whew, busy 24 months. Yeah. Okay, let's talk about all the fun like releases that Taylor has kind of put out the last little bit. First, Lover Live from Paris released on vinyl.
Yes. And we got it. Woo, woo, woo. So fun.
I am so happy because I've wanted that vinyl.
We have talked, I think, about that on the podcast before. Like, that's one we really wanted.
And so it was so funny because I think I texted you. I got the email. So I've been off social media.
Carly's out of the loop fairly often. So it's like really easy for me to surprise her.
It's true. It's true. Very true. But I got an email and I think I was working. So it was like 2 minutes after the email went out. And I was like, oh my gosh. I like ran to the website and I think they were gone, right?
Probably.
I think so. But it was like an hour and a half, I think, after she had posted it on social media. So I texted her. I was like, oh my gosh, did you see Lover Live on vinyl? It's gone. And you were like, I think you like sent the little like side eye emoji.
Gotcha. I got us one.
And I was like, oh my gosh.
So fun.
So cool.
Yeah. And I snagged an extra to eventually one day we will do a giveaway for it. So stay tuned for that.
Very fun.
Yes.
Lover Cardigan.
So cute.
So cute.
We saw in person. We had Haler night actually this past weekend. Carly still has her 13 tattoo.
I know. I thought it would be fun, but like now it is like really fading way more than I thought. But I was like, I should keep it on for the podcast, but shouldn't have because it was starting to fade. Anyway,
one of our friends wore the Lover Cardigan.
It looked
seeing
so
it in
cute.
person. I was like, okay,
those buttons.
Obsessed.
Yes. It's that
like
one is a really cute one
with like pink detailing and pink heart buttons, and it is
so
just
cute.
It's so cute.
I will say I was really bummed that that's what she released.
I know, instead of
1, 2, 3
Rep TV.
If you're on Patreon, you know we have been clowning for Rep TV, and I really thought it was going to be released announced.
Yeah.
January 23rd. What did she do? She just released the Lover Cardigan.
I'll never forget the day that the Lover Cardigan was released.
No, I never will. Never ever will. It's so funny. Okay. And then she announced that for Record Store Day on April 12th, she's releasing the Fortnite on vinyl.
Yes.
Which will be cool. Are you going to get that? We haven't even talked about that.
I don't know. I'm pretty intimidated by Record Store Day. I've actually
you tried, right?
Go, I think multiple times.
I think the last 2 years.
And I just like don't totally realize like how, I mean, I know it's a big deal, but like I just am shocked every time I go, like how big the line is. And I usually, if I go, I can't like stay super long. And so I retreat.
I know. I've never done it.
I don't even get out of my car, but I don't know.
I think it'd be fun to have, but it's not one that I'm like dying to have. And I will probably regret that. And in like a year, I'm going to be like, I'm so mad I didn't get the Fortnite vinyl.
I know. It's so I pulled it up. Okay. Because I meant to write down the exact version it is, but it's a 7-inch white vinyl featuring Fortnite, featuring Post Malone, and then it also has the Blondish remix. Oh, okay. So, but yeah, I don't know that I probably won't.
I know.
But again, I probably regret it. But
yeah, that's what I
are mind blown that Long Pond's.
That's the one that I want
Long
so
Pond
bad.
Studio Sessions was Record Store Day in 2023, and we did not do it.
That's what I'm mad about.
What were we thinking?
I don't know. Did you try and go to that?
Maybe.
Was that 2023?
No, I think I've tried to go twice, and I think I went
because I remember last year,
Black Friday, and once that was Record Store Day.
Okay.
So,
yeah, that's the one that I would love for her to eventually release again, but I don't think she will.
But who knows? I never would have thought she would release Lover Life from Paris.
That's true.
Never.
That's true. So. All right, everybody try and get some Tay Voodoo and have her put it out. I just want it.
Yeah.
Anyway. Okay, and then you guys do not forget, we have to vote for the iHeartRadio Music Awards, which are coming up on March 17th, right?
I think so, yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, it is because
it's the anniversary.
Yeah.
That's the only reason I'm remembering.
And we're hoping for a Taylor and Travis red carpet moment.
Yes.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. I also would love if she announced some sort of Eras Tour documentary or a second movie. Yes.
We'll take anything.
Whatever you want to give me.
Taylor Swift, we're asking for more.
Yeah.
Please.
Boo, everyone's gonna get mad at you.
Oh god.
Okay, so here are the things that she is nominated for though. Artist of the Year, Best Collab for Fortnite, Best Pop Artist, Best Surprise Guest. They better win that one. I would be shocked.
Would be shocked
if they didn't.
Yeah.
So this is for Taylor Swift bringing out Travis Kelce. Best Tour Tradition was the 22 hat. Best Lyrics for Fortnite. Best Music Video for Fortnite. Favorite Tour Style. Favorite On Screen for the Eras Tour. And then she's going to be awarded for Tour of the Century.
So fun.
That's so many.
Yeah.
And honestly, I feel like she's got a good chance in a lot of them.
I do too. I saw it was kind of funny because iHeartRadio posted like the standings, like where votes currently stand. And a lot of the ones that she was up for, she was like in the top 3, but not necessarily at the top. But her biggest competition was Sabrina.
Oh, I'm okay with that. That's so cool.
So like for best like favorite tour style, Sabrina's on there. Also favorite tour tradition for like the Juno position. Yeah.
That's amazing.
I know. It was fun. It was kind of fun to see like both of them doing
that's really fun.
Yeah. Okay, and then Taylor was at a few more Chiefs games this year, obviously. And then we've got a few more outings. So January 17th, Taylor was seen out to dinner with Andrea Austin and Ashley Avenon. And she was wearing like this really cute all black outfit, just like very classy.
Yeah.
If you don't know, Ashley is like her stylist.
Is
that
she?
Right?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, I think she is.
Oh, that's cool.
They're together more than anybody.
Yeah, especially recently.
I feel like they're just attached to the hip. But yeah, you should look it up because I'm pretty sure that she is, but maybe I am making that up.
It just says, yes, Ashley Avenon is a stylist who is considered a close friend of Taylor.
Oh, but maybe not necessarily.
But maybe not her stylist.
I'm pretty sure she at least used to be. Because I feel like I remember when we did our 1989 series, like, we, like, clarified, like, who Ashley was. And I swear we said it was her stylist. But
yeah, interesting. Not. It says, who is Taylor Swift's personal stylist? Stylist Joseph Castle.
Cool. Well.
Makeup, yeah.
They are
So anyway, but they've been friends for a really long time.
A long time.
Yeah. Like I'm pretty sure Ashley's name is in the 22 like hidden message. Like, you know, in like the lyric linings. I'm like 99.9% sure her name was one of them. So all the way back to Red.
Yes. And then January 18th, Taylor went to the Chiefs versus Texans game and they won. So that was sending them to the AFC Championship, which was super exciting. At this game was where Taylor wore the Chanel black and gray like plaid tweed coat and black short jumpsuit. She was seen there with Scott, Andrea, Ed Kelsey, and Caitlin Clark, which
that was cool.
So fun.
Yeah,
we've talked about on the podcast before about how, like, obviously Caitlin went to the Eras tour and Travis and Taylor specifically invited her.
Yeah,
like
so
you
cool.
need to come to a Chiefs game sometime. Can you imagine like seeing them next to each other and just like hanging out? It's like so crazy.
Oh,
so cool. So cool. And so yeah, and Travis scored a touchdown, which is always exciting. We love to see Taylor's reactions to that.
So fun.
So fun.
It's crazy how much Chanel she's been wearing.
A lot, yeah.
A ton.
And even just in general, if you guys don't follow Taylor Swift Styled, she's the greatest resource for Taylor's clothes. And she has even said in the last, I don't want to say this, I don't know. I personally, just off the top of my head, I feel like it's picked up a lot since she's been announced as a billionaire.
Oh.
But she has worn so many more like big name brands lately, like Louis Vuitton, Chanel.
And I wonder why.
Yeah, I don't know.
I wonder if she's trying, because I always felt like she dressed in a way that was elevated,
more accessible.
But yes, like I was like, oh, I could like obviously not afford the one that you're wearing, but like I could wear something like that.
Yeah.
A lot of these recent ones, I'm like,
nope,
I could never.
Yeah.
Like,
she's really, her fashion has kind of taken.
Yeah. I'm just curious why she changed. Huh. We'll have to keep watching it.
And I feel
I'm not like upset about it.
Specifically at Chiefs games.
Yes.
Maybe some of her, I mean, I feel like still some of her like street style, or when she goes out, it can be like go either way. But yeah, especially those tunnel walks.
Yes.
She's got the stuff on.
Well, and they're clearly marked too. Like you can clearly see that like, oh, that's Louis Vuitton. That's Chanel. That's, you know.
Yeah.
Which I just never noticed before until recently. So wonder why.
I know. So
do you, girl?
Yeah.
You wear those brands.
Speaking of wearing big brands, at the AFC Championship, she wore a Louis Vuitton jacquard knit jacket, a black pleated skirt, red tights, black boots, and then a black Louis Vuitton beanie. And we talked about how that skirt was it confirmed that it was the exact same skirt, or just like
I don't remember where I saw that.
Look.
It could be similar.
She wore a black pleated skirt at the AFC Championship the year before.
Yeah.
And we talked about how maybe it was like a superstition. Like,
which would be so
if
fun.
I wear this again, you know?
Should have done that this week.
Good luck. Well, I have stuff to say about that. So yeah, maybe it was like a good luck charm kind of.
Yeah.
And so, yeah. And then obviously the Chiefs won. It was a super close game against the Bills.
Yeah.
And we got Taylor on the field to celebrate with Travis, and there were a bunch of cute pictures.
It was so cute.
It was so cute. I don't think anything will ever beat the first time.
Oh, no.
AFC Championship the year before.
That's still one of my favorite moments of all time.
Literally. But it was still like super cute.
It was fun to see them, and I was like trying to see if there was something else that I wanted to say about it, but they were just really fun. I'm really glad we got that moment, because had they not won that,
I know,
like we would never have gotten like a Travis Taylor Field moment.
No,
which I feel like we need.
Yeah, seriously.
Ugh.
And I think, did we talk about this on the podcast or just together, or did I talk to someone else about this? Like seeing the difference between last year's AFC Championship and this year, like
we did.
It just felt like you could tell an elevation or like a maturity in their relationship
100%,
too.
Yeah.
Like, you could tell that they were really freshly dating.
Yes.
Last AFC
Very
championship.
freshly. Yes.
So, like, you could just see that difference.
Oh, you could totally see it. Yeah. Like, she was still, like, really excited, and they were still really cute and, like, you know, lovey, but it didn't feel as, I don't know.
Yeah.
But in a better way. Like, in a, it was just like, we've got this.
Yes, for sure. So, yeah, because they won the AFC championship, they're headed to the Super Bowl.
What? What's going to happen? Let's find
out.
They're
going to win for sure. Oh, man. But before we get into the Grammys and the Super Bowl, we've got one more ad break we're gonna do. We are super excited. We have another new podcast sponsor, which is Dime Beauty, which both of us have used for quite some time. Just since they're a new sponsor for us, we like to kind of like introduce the brand. So they create luxurious skincare and beauty products that are clean, effective, and approachable. It's founded by a master esthetician, and they are cruelty free. And fun fact, have you met Bailey, the founder?
Okay. No, like, I know who she is, but I haven't met her.
So at a job I had years ago with Albie and Fit, they had the Maven program, which I'm sure you did.
Yes, I did.
It was basically like they got like local influencers to promote their brand, essentially. And she was one.
Oh, cool.
And she was one when I first started working there. And she started Dime like shortly after that.
No way.
So I met her right before, and like so I like followed her on social media, and I remember her posting like, "Oh, I'm gonna start this brand, and I want to do like clean skincare products." And so it's been way cool to see.
Well, because it's blown up.
Oh, it's huge now. So it's really,
which is so cool.
Really cool to see how it has like progressed and how great they've done with it.
That's cool. That's really cool. I love it. I think my favorite product that I've tried so far, I've tried a lot of them, but I really love the hyaluronic acid serum. It like just soaks right into my skin, but then I feel like really helps the moisturizer like get in there.
Yeah.
And like ever since I started using it, I feel like my skin has not been as dry.
Yeah.
And we live in Utah.
Yeah.
And I've had terrible luck with like really dry skin and acne and all of that. And that has just like really helped.
Yeah.
And I've just loved it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, definitely try that if you are looking for just like a good basic serum too.
Yeah.
Which I really like.
And for Christmas, I bought myself one of their perfumes.
Which one did you
their
get?
Perfumes for so long. 7 Summers.
Oh, my sister-in-law has that. She really likes it. Do you like it?
Yeah. So people love their perfumes because obviously like perfumes can be hard to find like good ones that are clean, and their perfumes are clean and they have really good smelling.
I also have Running Late, and I really like that one too. So you guys are looking for that.
Yes. Okay. So typically, see what I did there?
Wow.
Typically, our code gets you 20% off, which is awesome. But specifically this week, if you shop now through February 15th, our code is actually good for 25% off because they're doing like their Valentine's Day sale, which is super fun. So our code is typical Tuesday night. And you can use that at dimebeautyco.com for 25% off your order this week or 20% off anytime. So, and if you want like product recommendations or have questions, you can always message us and we can try to help.
Absolutely. Yep. Okay. Whew, big breath. Everybody, big breath. Grammys.
The Grammys.
So if you are on Patreon, we already did like our full initial reactions, literally that night.
Same night.
Yes.
Fresh.
Whew.
We've had like a little over a week.
Yeah.
To take a breath, to soak it in, to think about it again. I'm really actually curious to see like
some of my thoughts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, what are my thoughts? I don't know. Let's start with some more casual things. Her outfit.
Yes.
So fun.
Oh, I was so excited. I was eating it up.
She looked amazing. Loved the red. Loved the short. Was not expecting that.
Shot.
Yes.
by the short dress.
The fun tee.
Yes.
On her upper thigh. What?
Literally.
I loved it. I also saw somebody say that they felt like the white dress last year was like beginning of Tortured Poets.
Yes.
And then the red was like a red curtain closing because Tortured Poets has come to an end.
Yes.
And I love that. I'm like, ooh,
and then I also loved how Taylor Nation posted like that the white was like her, like the Tortured Poets version of Taylor, and this was like the less tortured.
Yes.
And I could totally see it because the dresses had like similar,
very similar vibes,
like style.
Yeah.
So
I was here for it.
I was obsessed. She was like glowing. She looked amazing. And I loved, like, I mean, I think the red for sure was like for the Chiefs.
Yes.
Obviously the T was for Travis. Anyone
don't come at us
trying to convince us that it's for Taylor, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It is not.
Nope.
It is for Travis.
I don't care.
And that was proved at the Super Bowl.
Yes.
I would say. But
I agree.
yeah, and that, but also I was like wondering, I was like, it's so cute, like maybe, like obviously Travis can't be there with her, but maybe this is her way of like taking him with her, and like maybe telling us that like there will be a future red carpet moment together.
I hope so.
I don't know. I would love it.
Please.
Yeah.
Please. Speaking of Sabrina, I was so happy she won.
Yes.
That was really fun. And her performance.
Oh, so good.
Loved it.
So
loved
good.
every second of it.
I
just want more Sabrina in my life.
Yes.
So excited for Deluxe coming out this week, right?
Oh my gosh.
I think it's Thursday or Friday. I think Thursday, because I wanted to say I thought it was like the 13th, because I was like, oh, Galentine's Day. I wonder if she did that on purpose.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the 14th, though. One of those.
I'm so excited. It's going to have Dolly Parton on it, which is so fun. I mean, it's not Taylor like we thought it could maybe be.
I know. That would have been really fun. Cool. Yeah. So, okay, so Taylor presented.
Yes.
For Best Country Album.
Which, that was a shock to me.
That's what she...
Yes. Yeah. I mean, once we were watching the Grammys, it like made sense, because I think our biggest hope was that she would do Best New Artist.
Yeah.
But the Grammys had last year's winner of Best New Artist announced this year, so like that made sense to me. That was probably like the best spot for her to go.
And I mean, I don't know if this is getting ahead of ourselves, but obviously Taylor didn't win any Grammys. I think we all know that.
Spoiler alert. If you haven't heard, Taylor Swift didn't win a single Grammy for Tortured Poets Department.
What? But at the same time, I'm not shocked. I am shocked a little bit, because I really thought she might get music video.
Yeah.
When we saw beforehand that she didn't, I was like, I don't think she gets any other.
Yeah. So for those of you guys, we have caught a lot of heat.
Oh, yeah.
For our initial reactions on YouTube, which is so silly because it's like the tiniest bit. It's in the moment.
Yeah.
You don't know all the things we've been talking about for the last few months surrounding the Grammys. Like,
today, somebody commented something, I don't know if you saw, and I responded back and I was just like, if you want to go listen to our Grammys episode on the podcast, it'll give you a lot more clarity on how we feel about the situation. Not a little clip of our initial reaction where we haven't said a thing.
Yes. Like, we have been saying for months that we thought Taylor had a really good shot at one of the awards.
Yeah.
Anything else, we were like, it could go any way, and we would be shocked if.
Yes.
And not because we don't love Tortured Poets.
No.
It's our favorite album ever, but it is not for the masses. It is for people like us. It is for people who are like all in on the Taylor Swift everything.
Yes.
And
and there were
get as appreciated.
So many incredible.
Yes. So much good music.
Yes, so much good music albums this year. I don't think we should get into this on here, but like, there was a lot of stuff with like Beyonce and Album of the Year and just like last year's Grammys that we've like talked about a lot. But that's why I really was like, I just don't see Tortured Poets winning.
Yeah.
Which was such a bummer.
It was. It is like wild to be. I think that I went into it so disappointing because I was like, wait, she didn't get the one I thought she would get. And it is like wild to me that I think one of her best albums ever.
Yeah.
Walked away with no Grammys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is a bummer. And like, especially because like Kendrick's song, and honestly, the more I've like heard it, I'm like, it's actually a bop. I actually kind of really like it.
Yeah.
I was just shocked that won 3 awards. And so it's kind of like, well, couldn't you have won like 1 and then not one music video so Taylor could win music video? And I know that's not how it works. I get it.
Picture. He won 5 Grammys.
I know.
And I think, and again, we talked about this on Patreon, but we want to talk about it with you guys too. But like, my biggest shock was that he won both song and record of the year. And that was another like thing we got backlash for is you guys, we're getting
so much backlash.
We're getting called racist. Okay?
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess I don't know how much to say or not to say, but like, if you don't know everything we've talked about, like, it's just silly to me to like jump to that conclusion.
100%.
You don't have any background.
No,
like,
you don't.
Race has nothing to do with it. Had the same artist with the same song won those 2 awards, it would have been equally as shocking to me, even if it was Taylor Swift, which I never would have thought Taylor Swift would have won either of those categories.
No. Yeah.
But like, even if 2 artists or one artist had 2 songs in that category and they both won,
I would have been
shocked because we have talked about the difference between those awards.
Yes.
And I feel like as a Grammy voter personally, if I were one and I was like, okay, I have this and this, I'd be like, those are different things.
Yeah.
And I feel like I didn't feel like that song went for both. I could have seen it going for one of them.
Yeah.
Like, I personally think if I were to pick one, it would go for, it would be record of the year. 100%. Even though I feel like there's other songs that totally could have, you know,
100%
gotten that award. But song of the year to me was like really shocking for what it was up against.
100%. Well, and it surprises me too, because once again, how many times has this happened to me where my thoughts just like leave me? I was like, yeah, and I'm going to respond. Oh, no, it's all good. Oh, this is what I say is like, I wonder if the votes got split. Where it was like, I think it had to have, where it was like, half the people was like, oh, this is record of the year vibes. Mm-hmm. And the other half were like, no, this is song of the year vibes.
Yeah.
And it just somehow ended up winning both.
Mm-hmm. Well, and also, like, talking about votes getting split, I think, guys, we did not ever think Cowboy Carter would get record album of the year. Like,
no, I did.
Okay.
I thought she was going to win.
She would, but like, didn't think it should.
No, I didn't.
We didn't think it should. But it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, and like, here's the thing: is like, I'm happy that Beyonce has an album of the year award.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not upset that I think she deserved one previously.
Yeah.
For probably another album. I don't really care for Cowboy Carter, but like, I'm not mad necessarily about it. And like, I can be happy for Beyonce and still be shocked and maybe not necessarily think that is the album that deserved it.
Mm-hmm. Totally. Yeah.
I don't know.
But I did think it was super interesting that, because we have been talking again for months at how stacked every category is, especially with women, which is super awesome.
So cool.
And I do think that the pop women were at a major disadvantage
100%,
this year because
100%.
there were so many that were super strong. Taylor, Sabrina, Chapel, Billie.
Also, like, let's talk. I can't believe Billie didn't win anything.
That, because of those 4, in a lot of these categories, votes just went, they just split everywhere. So like, album of the year, I feel like now after like thinking of that, I'm like, I'm actually not that surprised that she won, because her votes were more like focused or like more concentrated, if that makes sense, where all the pop ones just got like spread across 3 or 4 different people, you know?
Yeah.
Also, I think I said this while we were watching, we love Dancing with the Stars.
Yes.
And we love it, but you get to the finale and you're like, you love everyone. Yeah. And really, I was like thinking about how I'm like, the Grammys are like the Dancing with the Stars finale, where it's like, you've all made it. Yeah. You're all great for different reasons, whether it's you're the best dancer or you're the most improved or, you know, XYZ.
You're just really popular.
Yes, or you're really popular. It's like, you're
Which is
all
not a bad
great and you're here for a reason. We have to pick one. Yeah. Like, and we just have to vote on one. but you're all the top of like the best of the best.
Yeah.
And that's totally the Grammys.
Oh,
like
100%.
And so it's an honor to like, you know, be nominated and up for an award. Like that's still a huge deal. Obviously it's super exciting to win.
Yes.
But yeah, I don't know. Just it was a crazy night.
It was.
It was really fun to watch.
It was really fun. I thought it was a great
really
Grammys. I thought the performers were all really fun. I thought, like I thought it was a really, really good Grammys.
Yeah.
It was a bummer she didn't win. It was really shocking to me.
Yeah.
I feel like I was on a roller coaster of a ride.
We did talk about, I think on Patreon, that we wonder if Taylor went into the Grammys knowing she was not going to get one. Because honestly, just them like having her present, we were like, well, they were like, well, she's nominated for all these things, but she's not going to win. We have to, you know, all these people are watching for her. We need to get her on stage, so we'll have her present.
Yep.
And honestly, her mood all night
was very carefree.
She was just there having a great time.
Yes.
And you could, you saw Billy's face.
Yeah.
She was sad.
Yeah.
And it's fine. And
okay, have you seen a lot of people? Well, not a lot. I've seen quite a few people say like, oh, Billy was so happy that she didn't win. She, like, nobody wanted to take that from Beyonce.
No.
And I was like, did we watch the same thing? I think you can be happy for like that Beyonce won and like happy for somebody else, but she looked sad.
Yeah. And a lot of people, I just really wish more people in like so many different scenarios could understand that two feelings can coexist at the same time. Like you can be happy for Beyonce and sad for yourself simultaneously, and that is a-okay.
Yes.
Like,
but to me, she looked sad.
But also, I
was like, did I see the same thing you saw?
This is just, I mean, it's hard to not like talk freely when we're so
I know, we're like in it.
Like so into it. But like, I am sorry to say things like she would never want to take that from Beyonce. I just don't like the entitled talk. Like she's entitled to it just because
it's Beyonce.
It's Beyonce and she's a legend and she's never had one.
Or even just because it's Cowboy Carter. Like I'd be saying the same thing about Taylor Swift. Like if Taylor had won that and somebody was like, oh, well, Billy didn't want to take that from Taylor, I'd be like, what? Also, nobody would ever say that.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Just lots of
things. Lots of things. Anyway, that's I think we started presenting to Beyonce and went on we went all over.
You know.
A few other things. More lighthearted. I don't think we need to like deep dive into anything else. But seeing her sit with Jack and Margaret was so fun. I think one of my favorite times though was when Sabrina won. And Taylor was hyping up Jack, like so stoked because Jack worked on her album. So I loved that. I think one of my other favorite parts of the Grammy was Cynthia Erivo.
I love.
So I don't know if you guys didn't see, like I think we posted it on our Instagram. But Cynthia like couldn't find her chair.
Yeah, she was like getting in there a little late. Like Trevor Noah was already into his intro.
Yes.
And she was like trying to find her seat.
And like couldn't. And you could like see her walking through and Taylor like calls her over and they share a seat.
They shared a seat. She like scooted over so they could share a seat.
It was so sweet. I think my favorite though, I just always have to bring this up to people. Somebody posted it. Was it Swifties for Eternity?
Yeah.
I think so. And their like caption was just like holding space for Cynthia Erivo. Yeah,
Taylor Swift is holding space for Cynthia
I was just like, this is perfect. That is so perfect. Solid gold. Yes. I love that. But yeah, like, and we've already talked about like she really was just having
dancing with Alicia Keys' kids.
Yes. I love that.
Getting Janelle Monáe's jacket.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Her blazer.
I saw somebody
it's like
say
her
like
20 hat. Oh my gosh, it was amazing. She wore it the rest of the night.
Yes. It was
She's
so
toasting all the winners. Like she was there having a great time. And I really do wonder if she had a heads up.
Yeah, I think
she wasn't going to win any.
Even if she didn't have a heads up, I mean, we felt that way. I'm sure if we were like, Taylor's probably not going to win anything unless it's music video, I'm sure she felt that same way.
Yeah.
I think she was just like, you know, I'm up against some big competition, and I just don't think I'm getting it. So that was fun. But if you guys do want more details on all of our thoughts, we do have like a subscriber or Patreon episode. So you can listen to that as well.
Reactions. Yes. Okay, well, it's probably all
last thing
we'll talk about for the Grammys, but now we need to talk about the Super Bowl.
What a bummer way to end this podcast.
It's like Grammys.
Yeah. I know. I was like, it was funny because when we we specifically planned this episode for this week so we could talk about the Grammys and the Super Bowl, but this was not the way I thought we were going to be talking about it.
No. So, but it's fine.
Yeah, it is what it is. It's
the
live.
News is the news. Yeah. So it's good news or bad news. So yeah. There were so many. I didn't even write any specific ones down, but they do like press week, like the whole week before the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And Travis, I mean, obviously those are like the ones that I'm seeing, but Travis got asked a lot of Taylor questions.
Yes.
And he had some really fun answers. Like one of them was like, which cat's your favorite?
That's probably my favorite.
Yeah. Things like that.
He said Benjamin, by the way. Yes. You guys didn't see that.
He said he spends the most time with him. But
those boys got to stick together.
Did you see the one he was like, he said something like, I know you're with Taylor Swift, but do you have any Kanye on your like pump up playlist?
Oh, I didn't see that.
And Travis looked at him so annoyed and was like, no, and just like moved on.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun.
But yeah, there's
he like gets with Taylor and just like deletes all of his. Yeah. I'm sure he had Kanye.
I'm sure. Yeah.
That's funny though. I love it.
But I'm curious, what your thoughts. Obviously, in Taylor's past significant relationship, anytime someone would ask him about Taylor, he would just not want to answer or be really short or whatever. And Travis has been really awesome about it. Do you think, I mean, even with best intentions, being really good at answering him, loving and respecting her so much, do you wonder if sometimes he's kind of like,
can we talk about me?
Yeah, or and not even in like that way. Like, I mean, kind of yes, but also like, we're at the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
I'm an athlete. This is an interview for like the football game. Like, yes, I love my girlfriend, and I love to talk about her, and I love to be with her, and I think she's amazing. But also, like, can we focus on like what's in front of us? You know?
I'm sure he feels that way a little bit.
Yeah,
I think he really loves like being able to like talk about her.
Yeah.
And like at least that's how he seems.
And he probably expects it. It's not like a surprise. He's like, oh my gosh, I came to this and all they're asking me is about
Taylor questions.
Because that's not all they're asking him. No. Again, like those are just the clips we see because that's what gets posted on our you know.
We're not gonna see.
We're looking for the Taylor Swift stuff. So like that's what we're seeing. But I don't know.
Yeah, I'm sure even just like a little bit, he's like, okay, like let's talk about football for a minute.
But he does such a great job.
Yes. 100%.
So and then we got two at least Taylor dinner outings, one with Travis. A couple of days before the game, they went out to dinner with Patrick and Brittany in NOLA, and Taylor is wearing this like really cute long sleeve black like eyelet dress, and Travis was wearing a gray tracksuit, which is totally fine.
It was a choice.
He could have been coming from a practice.
He was not. You know that for sure.
He could have been.
I mean, he could have been.
I mean,
no.
It's fine.
It was a choice. That's what I'm going to go with.
It was a choice.
It's a choice that he chose. And it doesn't surprise me.
Oh my gosh. And then
Travis.
The next night, I think it might have been the night after.
Wait, go back.
Okay.
What do you think Taylor thought when either he got dressed or when he came to pick her up? Like, really?
I think at this point in their relationship, they've been together enough and she's seen henough him do this enough. Nothing surprises her. And this
She's
is
like,
I really do think it's like a difference of like, even though we know, like, I think she probably knows his style really well. He knows her, like, he even said, actually, that was one of the questions in like
really?
the week before. They were like, what do you think about like Taylor's like tunnel outfits?
Oh, that's fun.
And he was like, oh, she loves to like dress head to toe. Like, she's always, dressed to the nines, basically. Like, so like they're both very aware of their style. And I do think that it would be totally different if Taylor Swift's significant other showed up in a gray tracksuit that we knew he was someone who like just didn't care about what he wore, or his clothes or his style.
Yes.
But when you know that about him, and that he does like care a lot about and puts a lot of thought into what he wears.
Because he did. Like, that he purposely was like, this is the vibe I'm going for tonight, and it's gray tracksuit.
And I think the fact that he has like that desire and that confidence, like, she probably doesn't care.
Yeah, that's probably true. Yeah.
So, and that it probably also makes her extra appreciative of when he gets dressed up. Like, I think that's why I was so obsessed with when they went to that wedding at Electric Lady Studios, because she was dressed up and he was dressed up, and they just looked so good together.
Yes.
But
that's fun.
Yeah.
I just hope my husband never goes out in a gray tracksuit on our date nights. I could actually never see my husband.
I think it's especially the other thing that's funny too is like, we know that like they're seen when they are okay being seen, and they stay. They figure out a way to be unseen if they want to be unseen. And so the fact that he very well knows like there will be paparazzi taking pictures of us as we walk in and out of the restaurant, and like, this is what I want to wear.
Do you think he's ever like, you guys are gonna get him good tonight? Gray tracksuit.
Yeah. Let's give him something to talk about. Oh my gosh.
Well, didn't realize we were gonna talk for so long about the gray tracksuit, but
it's too good. It's very Travis.
Yes.
Then I think it was the next night, and I think it was the night before the game. Taylor was seen out to dinner. We didn't really get to see everybody that was there.
Yeah.
But she was wearing like a big furry, like a black coat with like creamish fur all over it. It's very cute.
Yeah.
But some of the people that were seen were a couple of the Haim sisters, Scott Swift and Kylie Kelsey.
I love that Kylie was with her.
I know.
That was probably my favorite thing.
I know. Did we see Jason at the Super Bowl at all? I mean, I'm sure he was there. No doubt about it.
I don't think I like saw
but
stuff,
I haven't seen anything. But I did see the funniest video of him.
Really?
Oh my gosh. I think it was the day before the Super Bowl.
Okay.
Jason was dressed up all crazy in Eagles stuff. He was driving around on the streets in a helmet car. Like an Eagles helmet. I'm going to post this for Instagram, you guys. It was so funny. It was this little car that was like a legit football helmet. And he's in it, driving it around.
He's amazing.
He flipped it on its side on accident because he was driving too crazy.
You have to post that. That's funny. Jason's so fun.
So fun.
Oh, I love it.
Oh,
that is so fun.
Good.
Oh.
Okay, so now for the actual
game.
Taylor arrived looking amazing. She was wearing a YSL white blazer. So fun. A white bodysuit, and then her bedazzled jean shorts, which were so cute.
Yes. Love those.
She had a red Givenchy handbag, and then these like really tall white over the knee heeled boots.
I was like, had we ever seen her in white over the knee boots?
I don't think
that
so.
was like the first thing. Yeah, I'm like, she loves a good over the knee boot.
Mm-hmm.
But I was always like, I feel like she's always doing black.
Yeah, it was fun too because Brittany Mahomes was in like all white too. So you wonder if they like coordinated that. But yeah, Taylor took the blazer off for the game. She wore a ton of red and gold jewelry, and she wore the Grammys thigh chain situation around her neck. Excuse me?
Wear his initial on a chain around my neck.
Because people even made that connection when she wore it like on her leg.
Yeah.
So to actually see her wear it as a necklace. I was dying. I was
It was perfect.
oh my gosh.
Oh yeah.
So perfect. And yeah, she was like, it was interesting because she showed up looking pretty like fancy businessy, but then when you take the blazer off, it was like super casual.
Yes, which was really, really fun. Okay, wait, did you have thoughts about the outfit? Because I had said something earlier and you're like, got thoughts later.
Okay. Skipping ahead.
Oh, okay.
Well, I guess it's not really skipping ahead. So people that were seen with her.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Were Scott, Austin, the Haim sisters, and Ice.
I was like, where have you been?
Beyond random.
Yes. I'm like, do they still hang out there?
I don't think we've seen them together once since the last Super Bowl. So I joked.
Oh no, that was
Ice
her.
Spice was her superstition, and she brought her back as her good luck charm.
That's amazing.
Because I am sorry. It was clear as day last Super Bowl. Ice Spice has no idea what's going on. And probably not really any interest in football.
Yeah. She looked like she was a good time, though.
Maybe she was there for Kendrick. Maybe she wanted to see Kendrick.
I mean.
But, like, I was like, we have not seen them together once.
I know. I was surprised.
And so I was like, it was her good luck charm. That was how I, like, made sense of it.
That's amazing. That's so fun.
I know. But a thought I had. This is literally the day after the Super Bowl. So in the last 24 hours, a thought that I had was, what if Taylor is going to release another Karma remix where she says Karma is the guy on the Chiefs?
I hope so.
And that was an Easter egg. I don't know. I just
live
totally,
album? Was that a Eras Tour live album?
Maybe.
Easter egg?
Maybe.
That's cool.
It was so random to me.
It was.
Apparently my mind really needed to make sense of it. So.
Like anything, grasping anything.
Literally.
Anything. I thought it was really interesting because it kind of gave like bedazzled shorts, like her jeans last year were kind of bedazzled.
Yeah.
And then like more casual, just black. I mean, it was like a crochet tank. And then this year, just like a plain white. I was like, it was almost like she went for similar vibes, but like last year was black, this year was white.
Yeah. Someone also said like the white tank like bodysuit was like pretty much what she wore to the very first Chiefs game she ever went to, which was super fun.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That is fun. I joked that she wore white too because she couldn't wear red because she's secretly still an Eagles fan. Yeah. And she was like, if I go white, then I'm neutral. I can't,
that's so funny.
Not support my home team.
Yeah. That's so funny.
But I'm sure she really wanted Travis to win.
Yes, definitely. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Okay, so first we'll talk about the game.
Okay.
And then we'll talk about the
other
other thing.
Okay.
The game was horrible.
It was pretty bad.
Even like I had my family over and we were talking about like who we wanted to win, and I was like, obviously I want the Chiefs to win, but like in like all of sports, like I always like bare minimum game. I want a good game.
Yes, that's what I said too.
It was a horrible game. Like it was the most boring Super Bowl. It was crazy. Like hats off to the Eagles. Yeah. The Chiefs, they could do nothing offensively. Like the goal or the score was they were at 0 till like I don't remember if it was the very end of the third quarter.
I
or
think
the very
so. I think when I checked,
fourth.
Yeah, it was like end of the third when they
6.
scored. I think it was like 2 minutes left. Well, I saw that Travis didn't catch a single pass in the first half.
No.
And that has never happened to him before.
It was
like
crazy.
That's
it's
good.
Because every time they'd get the ball, they would like never even get a single first down. Like that's why they never had any field goals. They never even had a chance to get a field goal. They had quite a few turnovers, like fumbles and interceptions. And it was hard to watch. And I saw a interview with Travis after the game and they were asking him about it. And he's like, honestly, like they said, like, what's your biggest shock of like losing tonight? And he was like, honestly, like we haven't played that bad all season. And so it's like really hard to like for that to happen in that situation.
Yeah.
So
I will say though, the score in the end at least didn't make it look as bad as I felt like.
It was 20-40.
It was 22-40.
22-40. So they definitely fought to the end, but it was a rough start and not one I think anyone was expecting.
Did you see Tate McRae?
No.
I guess 2 years ago when it was Chiefs versus Eagles, she predicted that the Eagles were going to win 40-22.
The last time?
Yes.
What?
Isn't that crazy?
That's wild.
Yeah, so this video resurfaced this past couple days.
That's
I guess
crazy.
Day.
Yeah.
I know. I saw that. I was like, whoa, that's crazy.
That is
I know.
crazy.
I thought that was funny.
But we're so sad because at
this
before the game started, they were showing up on the big screen celebrities that were at the game. And when they showed Taylor Swift, everybody booed. And her face, she was kind of confused and shocked and is this really happening? For her to be able to hear it, it has to be an overwhelming majority of people, not just a couple people here and there, And it was so shocking. And I actually saw a few people say no, they actually showed her at the same time that the Chiefs were coming on the field, and so the boos were for the Chiefs. And I was like, no. I tried really hard to look into it, and it was because when the teams came on the field is kind of dark, they kind of turned the lights down, and it was totally lit up when they showed Taylor on the screen, and so it's insane to me.
I just don't understand.
I don't either.
I truly don't, and I also don't understand how it's become this thing almost
a hobby
nationwide.
Yeah.
Even my little nephew, who is 10, said something I just don't want Taylor Swift to win. Or I don't remember what it was, just something about I just don't. I know.
Teaching our sons and our daughters.
Yes. I was like, wait, don't you want a supportive girlfriend?
Yeah.
I know. I told Kyle, I was like, so apparently they booed Taylor, and he was just like, why? And I was like, no clue.
Because people are petty.
Yeah.
And they can't, honestly, they cannot stand to see a successful, beautiful female. They cannot. They cannot stand a successful, beautiful female. They cannot stand it.
It just literally blows my mind. I'm like, you guys realize we're in 2025, right?
Yeah. And it was actually
what are we doing? I was
funny.
Cue the man.
Literally. Cue the man. And people even said, oh, look, when she arrived, she's they're the white version of the man outfit, her blazer and the boots and stuff. So the fact that she showed up in that and then people acted that way, I'm just
nobody would be booing if she was a man.
No, they didn't. They didn't boo any other celebrity. And
even in a football game, if Taylor Swift was a huge soccer player.
Yeah.
And Travis Kelce came every game and they showed him. Yeah. Nobody would boo him.
Literally insane to me. And so frustrating. I'm just I can't believe we still act like this.
So rude.
Yeah.
I truly could not even wrap my head around booing anybody.
Yeah.
Even if I don't like them.
And not to get political, but a lot of the people I saw people resharing that they were happy that she got booed. They're oh, everyone's finally catching on. And it's people who are politically and outwardly Trump fans.
Oh, interesting.
And because of all the Blake and Ryan stuff going on.
Yeah.
With Justin Baldoni and Taylor Swift getting wrapped up in that. The real Candace Owens talking about it.
Yeah.
Candace Owens does not like Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
There's a lot of that kind of talk going on. And so I wonder, honestly, if a lot of the booing didn't come from, we're tired of seeing Taylor Swift at football. It's just oh, we just don't like her because she outwardly says that she's a Democrat.
Yeah.
And doesn't like Trump. And also, did you see Trump tweeted?
Oh,
Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm just going to read it because
I just don't even understand, though.
Trump tweeted, the only one that had a tougher night than the Kansas City Chiefs was Taylor Swift. She got booed out of the stadium. MAGA is very unforgiving. So, like, that's why I feel like it's super political.
Interesting.
And then it was...
Like, why even bring it up?
First of all, you're the president. Really?
Yeah, like, that's what you're going to do?
This is so dumb. But also, Ronan's mom retweeted it and said...
Wait, really?
Yeah. Well, because she probably has, like, such... obviously an intimate, special connection with Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Knows how great she is.
Yeah.
And that she's getting booed because people are just so petty and dumb. She said, imagine being the actual sitting president.
Thought she was, like, in support of it.
Oh,
That's why I was like, what?
No.
Okay, continue.
Imagine being the actual sitting president of the United States and using your platform to talk about Taylor Swift. Pathetic, fragile, and entirely on brand for a man who thrives on bitterness and insecurity. Meanwhile, Taylor continues to donate millions, uplift others, and live rent-free in your tiny, petty mind. Enjoy your legacy of being the most embarrassing president in history and the definition of the smallest man who ever lived.
Whoa.
F you forever, POTUS, aka Donnie Dump.
That's kind of funny. That's crazy.
I know.
Whoa.
So that like really upset her. Which, rightfully so, that would be really hard for someone like that to like see people treat
somebody that you're like feel really
close with. It's like, and, like, so frustrating.
I just truly don't understand it. I'm like, I don't. Why do we treat anybody? I don't care what your beliefs are, literally, in any sense. Or
yes,
it's like, so it really just, I do not understand.
I don't either. And
I would be having the same conversation if they had booed any celebrity.
Literally
truly,
anyone. Yeah. And it's a great time for Rep TV to be in that era. Like, it's kind of hard to like watch her walk away with no Grammys, watch Travis lose the game, see her get booed at the game. Like, it just feels like a bunch of like lows. Like, I was like, I really want them. Like, I wanted them to win already, but I really hope they win so that like they can get a win, you know, and like feel good. And so just like all this kind of like down stuff, and then all the Blake stuff that's going around. It's just kind of a tricky time.
I wonder, I don't know if this is true, but I'm just going to speculate. Maybe we've been getting Rep TV Easter eggs for so long because she was just waiting for somebody to just like start her downward trajectory so that she could be like, here's Rep TV, everybody.
Yeah. I don't know. It's crazy.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Well, that was a bummer.
That was.
There's always the
next time.
I don't know.
It's always next time. There's always our midnight series.
Yeah, there's always our midnight series. If you're bummed out about something, come listen to our midnight series. Yes. That's the series we're in right now. If you guys are interested, we have done like talking all about the Midnight's album, everything you need to know. Then we went through all the songs and shared some really fun facts. So
we've got so much more to come.
And we've got, so much more to come. So you can make sure to follow wherever you're listening, and you don't want to miss that.
Yeah. And thanks for being here with us despite a few hard weeks. Our love for Taylor runs deep, always. And even when they lose, we know that Taylor and Travis will be there for each other if they're the toast of the town or if they strike out and are crawling home.
Yes. Amen. Mic drop.
See you next week.